when I first beheld Jesus my Lord. My brother Andrew was with me, and we were casting our net into the waters. The waves were rough and high, and we caught but and our hearts were heavy. Jesus stood near us, as if he had taken us from that very moment. For we had seen him approaching. He called us by our names, and he said, "If you will follow me, due to the swarming." And as I looked at his face, the net fell from my hands, for a flame kindled within me, and I recognized him. And my brother Andrew spoke and said, "We know all the inlets upon these shores, and we know also that on a windy day like this, the fish seek a depth beyond our nets. Depth beyond our nets." And Jesus answered, "Follow me to the shores of..." or Jerry here is my witness.
Mama kitty, another cat. Sure look alike.
Yeah, is it Don?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm live, by the way. You want to say hi?
Oh, I don't want to say
Hi to the world. Say hi to the world. Hi. Okay. And as we walked on the sand, I made bold and said, "And our ceiling is not high. World. It should work." See? You're not letting me there. It's craziness. I don't like it. Anyway. Then he entered, and we followed him. My wife and my wife's mother and my daughter stood before him, and they worshipped him. Oh, they don't even see me. And kissed the hem of his sleeve. They were astonished that he, the chosen and the well-beloved, had come to be our guest. Be our guest, be our guest, be our guest. The Beauty and the Beast. They had already seen him by the river Jordan when John the Baptist had proclaimed him before the people. And straightway my wife and my wife's mother began to prepare the supper. My brother Andrew was a shy man, but his faith in Jesus was deeper than my faith. And my daughter, who was then but 12 years old, stood by him and held his garment as if she were in fear he would leave us and go out again into the night. She clung to him like a lost sheep that had found his shepherd. Oh, how sweet. That's mine. I'll keep a hold of that. Then we sat at the board, and he broke the bread and poured the wine, and he turned to us, saying, "My friends, grace me now in sharing this food with me, even as the Father has graced us in giving it unto us." These words he said ere he touched a morsel. Oh, not a morsel. Oh, green sage, you little morsel, you. Touched a morsel. For he wished to follow an ancient custom that honored guest become that host. That becomes the host. To honor the God, the guest that becomes the host. Oh, that little morsel. And as we sat with him around the board, we felt as if we were sitting at the feast of the great king. My daughter, Petronella, who was young and unknowing, gazed at his face and followed the movements of his hands, and I saw a veil of tears in her eyes. When he left the board, we followed him. The board? When he left the board, like the table, when he left the board, we followed him and sat about him in the vine arbor. And he spake to us, and we listened, and our hearts fluttered within us like birds. He spoke of the second birth of man, and of the opening of the gates of the heavens, and of angels descending and bringing peace and good cheer to all men, and of angels ascending to the throne, bearing the longings of men to the Lord God. Then he looked into my eyes and gazed into the depths of my heart, and he said, I've chosen you and your brother, and must you must needs come with me. And you must needs come with me. You have labored and you have been heavy laden. Now I shall give you rest. Take up my yoke and learn of me. For in my heart is peace, and your soul shall find abundance and a homecoming. Yes. You want to say hi? Live right now. Hi. Really?
Do you have anything to eat?
Do I have anything to eat? I can make maybe another cup noodle if you want.
Yeah.
Okay. See if there's one right down there. Somewhere. Down that way? No?
No.
You're not even looking.
I don't see.
Well, there's a bag here, there's that here. I don't see any though.
What?
Go ask, Larry if he has any. He spoke thus. I and my brother stood up before him, and I said to him, Master, I'll follow you to the end of the earth. And if our burden were as heavy as the mountain, should there's some water right here. Can you spot? Yeah. I'm gonna stop it. And besides, I need your hotspot.
What?
I need your hotspot, so go get some signal. We'll bring it up to you. Okay. And if burden were as heavy as the mountain, we would bear it with you. And on the wayside, we shall know that we had fallen on the way to heaven, and we shall be satisfied. And my brother Andrew spoke and said, Master, we would be threads between your hands and your loom weave us into a cloth. Who sat told the mother of Maeve, who sat at the threshold, said not a word. She only wept in silence, and her shawl was wet with her tears. Then Jesus walked over to her, and he raised his face to her face to his face, and he said to her, "You are the mother of all these. You weep for joy, and I will keep your tears in broken." And Jesus gazed for a moment, and then he turned to us and said, "It is late. Seek your beds, and may God visit your repose. I will be here until dawn. I have cast my net this day, and I have caught 2 men. I am satisfied, and now I bid you good night." Then my wife's mother said, "But we have lived and rest." And he answered her, saying, "I would indeed rest, but not under a roof. Suffer me to lie this night under the canopy of the grapes and the stars, and the maid my dog. It still seems but of today to the end. And this way, I don't have anybody here. Crazy, but hey, there's part of the book. I'm going out. I'm going out. Yes. That was hard enough.